Welcome, everyone, to the home of the USF Bulls, Tampa, Florida, and Raymond James Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the South Florida Bulls. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Kansas State about to kick off to get this game started. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So USF's offense will have the football first. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows to have success in this game against this defense is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. Their strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
Wants to throw. It's Mooney. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Bulls will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. So Kansas State's offense will have its first possession of the game. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
He lobs one high down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on one time in that loss last week. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. They'll give it to Johnson. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Bulls now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Looking for a man. It's Mooney. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Johnson. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He unleashes a long one. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Bulls line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the ground with the back. Makes one man miss.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. They'll try the toss to the left. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Burrow. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on fourth down. Kansas State will have to punt it away. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls' offense will return to the field. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Backed up now, here's second and long. Quarterback on the keeper. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. To the air, it's Mooney. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle, it's Riggs. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The Bulls come to the line in the hurry-up. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good. So
there he goes. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Bulls are marching down the field. Quarterback run is part of their game plan.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
After run, now throw. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, South Florida.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one tonight? Purdue is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Purdue, Pete, isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by just 1 over Iowa. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Let's see what they've got on second down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and USF is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. They go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Anderson will throw. Makes the grab. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
Honestly, 3rd and 1, I think you just run the ball back. You just trust in your own guy's ability to be more physical, win the line of scrimmage, and go get that yard. Now with the sack, they're going to have to punt.
K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. That's caught. It's rigged.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Bulls come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And here comes the punt team. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He breaks a tackle. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now on the move. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He'll do it himself. Makes it past the marker. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Here they're trying to get it to the edge. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Motion from the wideout. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Anderson wants to throw. He's got his man. Got room at the 35. Oh, look out on the right. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Kansas State. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Continues to fight for yards, and he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Slithers into space. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. Offense in the sumo set with the big boys. They'll give it to him again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The handoff to Johnson. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. They want to throw it. Pocket breaking down. They're setting up the screen. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. And the Bulls are rolling down the field. They'll run the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? To the air, it's Mooney. Makes the grab on the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Bulls will try to pin them back with the punt. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. With the catch, it's Stockton. He's out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The kick is on its way. From midfield, looking for room. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll give it to Johnson. He is delivering the blow while running the ball, and he gets it to the 39. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Bulls in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. He hurls one deep down the left side. Touchdown, USF! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Give to the running back. Crosses to 40. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Tampa. And the standout player on the defensive side of the ball has been that boogeyman back there at safety. They try to run it, he's filling the holes. They try to throw it, he's either picking them off or trying to take dudes' heads off. Good luck making adjustments. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Raymond James Stadium.
The Bulls will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter, one-possession game and hoping to get him. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
When the offense goes empty, that triggers the defense to want to blitz. The linebacker came that time. They couldn't get him blocked, and down goes the QB.
And the Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Anderson will throw.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Look out, he's got room. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. Kansas State will have to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Leaves it with the running back. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. Now the play fake. There's the pressure. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Right on the money. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on 3rd down. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They believe they can run right here. Past the first down marker and still running. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. Anderson wants to throw. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll move the tight end. They'll leave it with him. Turning it on. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Kansas State back at it after picking up the first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback keeper. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he's still running after the move. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Picks up the first down, still moving. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Rides the back on the option, the give. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. It's complete. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Bulls are flying down the field. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Oh, he's got some space.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. The play action fake. Pulls it in, it's Riggs. 8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. The Bulls will punt it away on 4th down. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Gives it on the option. Shakes off the defender. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. Plows through the defense.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. Kansas State will have to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. Fair catch just inside the 40. They'll go to the ground. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. They'll operate out of split backs. That's the end of the period, and USF is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. The give to the tailback. Picks up the 1st down. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. The handoff to Johnson. Spins away from the defender.
You've got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. And the Bulls come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. He'll keep it on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4. On the option. Breaks into the open. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown Bulls. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. UNLV rolled to victory today in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week.
Got the first down and more.
Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Now on the option. Now the toss. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. Anderson will throw. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's got it on the right. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. There he goes. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Bulls are moving quickly down the field. Oh, he's got a chance. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. They'll try to get outside. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Already 2 for 2 on 3rd down, but this time they'll need 9 to convert. Dropping back, it's Mooney. Quickly complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold on.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Never a doubt. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. He'll start this drive going to the air. Finds his tight end.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Wildcats really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Here's a heat. And his first throw here is incomplete. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Back to throw. It's Mooney. He's got him in the flat. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. He'll keep it himself. Got a first down. What a run. Takes it all the way down to the 11-yard line before he's forced out. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Touchdown Bulls. And the route is on. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive.
Kansas City, 7.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. So now it's 2nd and long. He'll pull it on the read. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on third. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. Kick is in the air. Fair catch is called for in the Ball that concentrate on one thing, make the catch. Now they'll try to cash in this drive, 1st and 10 from the 50. Quarterback on the keeper. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He'll do it himself. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. With the clock running, this should be the final play. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.